Maybe you're like me, you put a lot of time and effort into making your solar light DIYs just to have them end up not working. I have got a few that have stopped working, and I'm going to take you along with me in case you're having the same problem I am having, and we're going to fix them. Maybe it's as easy as just changing out the batteries. This is a solar light that I actually had DIY'd this year and it stopped right away. So I'm hoping I can fix it. I'm really trying hard to just reuse the things that I have. That's why I'm revamping all of these solar lights. This is one of the first ones I ever made. I made it along with a set of owl jars. And this one is one of my favorites. And you can see it is really taking a beating. The paint is peeling, so I want to fix that. And I also want to just clean these right up. I'm going to start off with this owl jar one. Like I said, I really like it. It's one of my favorites and it's an original one. It's my very first one. I'm just going to take the solar light apart. I want to access the battery. More than likely, that is probably what the issue is for all of these. But of course, I want these to last longer, so I'm going to do a few other things just to help prolong the life. So I'm just going to, again, pull out this battery. I looked at it closer and I discovered that this one was actually corroding, so I'm glad that I caught that. I'm going to be taking a battery out of a new solar light that I had recently DIY'd. I'm going to be ordering some rechargeable solar light batteries, but I'm just going to use the one out of that for now, just so I can see if the battery is actually the problem. So I'm going to put that back. I did end up putting it outside for a little bit just to help charge it up to see if that was actually the problem. You can also see how grimy that solar panel is. So I want to clean that up. Again, that's just going to help to prolong the life. I'm going to use a Q-tip along with some rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to just rub all over that to get off all that grime. You can use a brush, just a gentle brush, and try to get that grime off as well. I've seen people do that, but I found that the Q-tip was enough for me to get all that debris off. It did pick up some of the rust that was around the edge. I'm okay with that rust. I'm going to leave that. I think it really helps with the patina. But you can see how well most of that grime came up. And again, that's just going to help that battery really charge up. So you can see I have a little piece of paper in there, and that was just to stop the light from always turning on. Remember, I had put this outside to charge it up because I wanted to test it all out. I'm going to be putting the screws back into place, and then we're going to test this out to see if it's good to go. I almost forgot to pull that little tab, so I did that, and you can see the light is working. I'm so happy that this was that easy to fix, and I can't wait to put it back outside. All right, so like I said, this is one that I had made this year and it stopped working right away. And I'm going to, again, just remove the battery from this one. It should be a super easy fix. I was actually surprised that this battery was already shot. And so I'm going to definitely be buying a set of rechargeable batteries for my solar lights because I love the ones that I create and I don't want to have to throw them out. I think as a society, it's great to be able to just reuse what we already have. I think it's super important to do that. So as I mentioned before, this is one of my all-time favorites. I created this really cool rust technique, so I definitely wanted to try and revamp this one. I just took this one apart. It took a little work because the paint was kind of sticking to itself. And then I'm just going to unscrew this panel to get at the battery again. Always start off with the battery. It did take a little work to get this apart. Again, like I said, the paint was causing it to stick together. So you're going to have to use a few different tools perhaps to get some of these apart. And then I'm going to just gently pull that off. I don't want to accidentally damage anything. That's another important thing. You don't want to pull things apart too hard and then break the wires or break the little light or the little panel that's inside. I discovered that there was a cobweb inside there, so I'm going to take a soft bristle brush, paintbrush here, and just clean that up. I'm so glad I caught that. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a battery from another solar light that I haven't DIY'd yet. I'm going to test it out, and sure enough, that was the problem for this. But Like I said before, I'm not going to stop there with this one. You can see the paint is peeling. So I'm going to be using some matte varnish by DecoArt. I really, really like this varnish. I find it really adheres nicely and protects surfaces well. Just over time, things can wear from the weather, and this has been in some very intense heat. So I'm going to make sure I get underneath any of those paint chips and then paint over top. I did have to let it sit for a bit and then add a little bit of over top to help that paint chip really stick down. So I'm going to give the entire piece a coat of this varnish everywhere I painted. It really helped to refresh the finish. And I'm going to have all the tutorials for these for you down in the description box. You can check out how I created all of these along with some other DIY solar lights that I have created. So I'm going to set this piece aside and allow that to dry really well. And then I'm going to work on this part. And this took a little work for me to get apart because I forgot that I actually had to take this piece apart and pull out the inside clear part of this piece. I had to pull that out through the bottom, and I forgot that I had to do it that way. So you can see here I'm struggling a little bit because the paint was kind of sticking a bit again, but just with some gentle coercion you can get it apart. I'm going to again use my varnish to paint everything, and you can see also my stick is a bit loose, so I'm going to be using my favorite silicone adhesive to adhere that back in place. I'm going to be using rubbing alcohol and a rag to get some of that paint and grime off of the clear acrylic piece that I have here. It's just going to take a little bit of elbow grease, and I gently scrape some of the paint off. I was being careful not to scratch that acrylic piece. So I'm also going to just clean it all up, and I'm going to clean the inside as well. And then I'm going to start to put everything back together once that varnish has dried nicely. I decided at this point too, before I'd started to put everything back together, just to clean up the solar panel of this one as well. You can see that there isn't much grime on here, but still I wanted this to really last because it really is one of my favorites. I almost forgot that I had to fix this, so I'm going to just quickly do that. You can see the silicone plug that was created before, but like I said, it had come loose. So I'm going to just use some of my Gorilla silicone, and at this point I discovered that my bottle had dried out, but I could feel that there was still some good stuff to use on the inside, so I cut it apart, and I'm going to use a toothpick to get some of that out. I didn't need very much. I just needed enough to apply it on the inside. I actually did add a little bit too much. It ended up being an issue for me when I went to go and put my stick back in. You'll see here it doesn't go back in all the way, but it was in there enough to do the trick. I just wiggled it around a bit so it got all spread around. And then I'm going to be setting that aside and allowing that to dry really well. And then if you need to, you can just add some brown paint and then seal it up with the varnish again to hide that seam that we had created. All right, now we're going to put everything back together. I did forget how everything went back together a few times here. So maybe you'll want to go back and watch my video to see how I took it apart. Anyways, you can see here the battery's working, so I'm so happy about that. And I have to say, it cleaned up really, really nicely. I'm actually curious to know, what are some fun DIY solar light hacks that you have done for your garden decor? I love to transform these into some really unique pieces for my garden as well as my planters. So now all we have to do is put them outside in the sunshine to allow them to charge up really well for nighttime, and you can see how beautiful they look. I am so glad I was able to revive these and use them for this summer season. I have a playlist for you that is packed full of solar light DIYs and hacks that you're definitely going to want to check out. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.